Have you ever seen the ocean just glitter on a moonless night? Or maybe watched a field come alive with these tiny, flickering stars? Well, that's not magic. It's something way more incredible, because it's life itself, making its own light. Today, we are diving deep into the glowing world of bioluminescence.
I mean, just look at this. You've got surfers riding waves of pure electric blue light. This is not a special effect, okay? Every single splash, every ripple, is being set ablaze by millions of tiny organisms. It's a phenomenon that literally turns the ocean into a liquid galaxy, and it's something that has absolutely captivated us for as long as we've looked at the sea. You know, even Charles Darwin, sailing on the Beagle almost 200 years ago, was just completely mesmerized by it. He described his ship's wake as a milky train of liquid phosphorus. Now, he didn't know the chemistry behind it yet, but he absolutely recognized the profound, almost alien beauty of this living light.
And our history with this glow goes way, way back. The ancient Greeks brought about glowing wood. By the 17th century, scientists like Robert Boyle were figuring out that, hey, it needs oxygen to work. But maybe the most ingenious use. In the 1800s, coal miners would use dried, glowing fish skins as a totally safe light source. Think about that, a biological lamp that wouldn't ignite the deadly gases in the mine.
And this isn't just some historical curiosity. Fast forward to a much more modern, high-stakes situation. A Navy pilot who would later become Apollo 13 astronaut Jim Lovell found himself lost over the ocean at night. His navigation systems were completely out. So what did he do? He turned off all his cockpit lights, scanned the dark sea below, and spotted the glowing wake of his aircraft carrier. He followed that ribbon of light all the way home. It literally saved his life.
So that leads to the big question, right? How does life pull off this incredible trick of making light without any heat? Well, let's pull back the curtain and uncover the chemical secret.
Okay, so the official term is bioluminescence. And at its heart, it's really just a very specific chemical reaction. It all comes down to two main players, a molecule called luciferin and an enzyme called luciferase. The best way to think about it is like this. Luciferin is the fuel. It's the molecule that holds all the potential energy. But it can't release that energy on its own. It needs luciferase, which acts like an engine. It's the catalyst that takes the fuel, adds a little oxygen, and unlocks its stored energy in the form of a brilliant photon of light. Fuel, meet engine, it's that simple.
And what's really fascinating here is the sheer difference in scale. On the left, you see the relatively tiny luciferin molecule. That's the fuel. And on the right, you see this massive, complex protein structure of luciferase. That's the engine that makes it all happen. It's a perfect little molecular machine designed for one thing, making light.
So, the scientific story really started picking up steam with a French scientist, Raphael Dubois, who was the first to name this two-part system. But the code wasn't truly cracked until the 1950s, when Japanese chemist Osamu Shimomura finally isolated and crystallized luciferin. This was such a foundational discovery that it later helped earn him a Nobel Prize. Okay, so we know how it works. But that brings us to the most interesting question of all. Why? Why on earth did so many different creatures all over the planet develop this extraordinary ability to make their own light? The simple answer is because it is an incredible advantage. This chemical trick is so useful for survival that, get this, it has evolved independently at least 94 separate times. That's just wild. It's a stunning testament to its evolutionary power. Down in the pitch black of the deep ocean, light is a serious weapon. The anglerfish, for example, uses that glowing lure dangling from its head to mimic a tiny, tasty creature. It draws in unsuspecting prey right to its waiting jaws. It is the ultimate deadly bait. But here's the crazy part. Light isn't just for being seen. It can also be used to become invisible. This is the firefly squid. It lives in the ocean's twilight zone. To avoid casting a shadow for predators hunting from below, it uses tiny light organs on its belly to perfectly match the faint sunlight filtering down from above. It's camouflage made of light. Light can also be your get-out-of-jail-free card. When this deep-sea shrimp gets attacked, it doesn't release a cloud of ink. It literally vomits a cloud of brilliant light. It's like a biological flashbang. It dazzles and confuses the predator, giving the shrimp that critical moment it needs to get away. And of course, light is a language. The blinking patterns of fireflies you see on a summer evening, that's not random at all. It's a super sophisticated dialogue. Different species use their own unique flash patterns and timing to say, hey, I'm over here, and find the perfect mate in the dark. So you can see whether it's for offense, defense, or communication, bioluminescence is this complete evolutionary toolkit. It's a lure, it's a shield, and it's a signal, all powered by one elegant chemical reaction adapted in countless ways to solve the biggest challenge of all, survival.
So nature has spent millions and millions of years perfecting this living light. And now we are finally learning how to read that biological code and harness the glow for ourselves. Now, this might look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but I promise you it's a real petunia. Scientists have literally taken the genes from a glowing mushroom and inserted them into this plant, letting it produce its own soft, beautiful glow. This isn't just an idea anymore. This is the dawn of a whole new era. And the applications are just revolutionary. Scientists can use that glow gene as a marker to see if their genetic experiments actually worked. In medicine, and this is amazing, they can attach these glowing proteins to cancer cells, which lets them watch, in real time, how a disease spreads through a body. They can even create biosensors that light up instantly to warn us if there's contamination in our water. And the vision for the future? It gets even more ambitious. I mean, imagine cities where the streets are lined not with electric lamps, but with glowing trees. Homes filled with beautiful plants that double as soft, living nightlights. It's a future where our light is grown, not manufactured, a sustainable, living part of our world. For millions of years, life has used this glow to tell incredible stories of survival, of seduction, and of defense. Now, for the very first time, the pen is in our hands. As we learn to write with nature's light, the only real question is, what story will we choose to tell next?